Holy Toledo! Wow! Welcome to the 12th. Where am I at? 12th? 12? Wow. The 12th show of Vision of Love. I want to welcome you today. We've made an upgrade here. Gosh, everything's crazy here, but now we've made an advancement. Certainly not the last one, but one of the many since I started, and actually was a week ago to today, right? Thursday, April Fool's Day, April 1st day. And the computer's locked up. There's just so many things when you're streaming. And I am on StreamYard today. StreamYard is one of the best ways to get online and to produce your own show all at once. You can sign up for free. Go to StreamYard.com. And if you have any questions down the road, then you just can DM me. But if that's something that you are considering, then, because, this is about changing your life. This is about becoming the best person that you want to be. And it always starts with love. I hope I'm sounding better. Thank you for all the great comments. Love it when you all come in and you make comments, whether or not, whatever it is, whether it's, a question or just please give me a like there on the Facebook page. We're going to be expanding onto my Vision of Love Facebook page. We're going to be going on YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. You just name it. You're going to be able to catch me anywhere. We, start off, of course, doing one show a day. We're up to 3 shows a day. My whole goal is to catch you in the morning, catch you in the afternoon, and catch you in the evening, because this is such an important topic here on love, because everyone is talking about the technical difficulties that we're having within the division of our system here. So what we want to do is bring that divide in and fill it with love. If your mind is troubled, fill it with love. That's how we begin. That's how we end. I've been working on figuring out, right now, as you can see, there's the Sedona Mountains. I'm in the parking lot. No, I'm not. It just looks like it, but it is. We finally have our green screen up, and so it's just really a lot of fun to be able to bring it to you. Now, also, I've been working on getting the glare out of my eyes from the camera, but actually it was coming from the computer. And of course, lighting is everything. If you don't have a good lighting, it just messes up the broadcast. So today is a very special day for me, and I want it to be for you. Of course, the theme of our program here is staying in the moment. And in these hard times, it really is hard to stay in the moment. And, the main thing is, if you have support, one of the central meanings in my relationship is for us to stay in the moment. So I couldn't think of anyone who I spend more time with than my beautiful bride, Tracy. And so, with no further ado, Tracy.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm fine, but I have no picture, baby.
What do you mean you have no picture?
I've got no picture. I can't see you.
You can't see me?
I can't see you.
Huh. Let's see here. Can you see me now?
No, I have a Google screen up. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay, but you can hear me though, right?
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'll tell you what, honey.
Okay.
You want to see my gorgeous face.
Oh, of course I want to see your good face.
All right, so we'll just go without that. All right. I don't
Okay.
know what you did.
I didn't touch you.
Fine. Before we started 5 minutes ago.
You were there, and as soon as you went live, it went blank.
Okay, well maybe that's part of the deal, but can you see you?
No, I can't even see me.
You can't even see you.
No,
Okay.
I can't see me.
So
Can
there's an
you see
empty.
me?
Yes, you look beautiful.
Well, thank you, darling.
I mean, I don't know what happened here.
I
Okay.
don't either.
Okay. So, all right. Well, we are
We'll
working
work with
things
it.
out, and I'll deal with you later after the show.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I love technical glitches.
Well, the whole idea here is, we're finding out all about the glitches here. Tracy's actually in the other room. You can see, if you saw this background, this is where I've been, and I've been trying to move over to my office, but because of the streaming issues, excuse me, because of the streaming issue, delay and stuff, we've had to work on it. So I appreciate you all working with me. And let's see here. Literally, we've been working on this for like 3 or 4 hours trying to get this here. Having just all kinds of problems here, but this is not a problem. This is our wedding picture. We were married on October the 3rd, 2016. I do remember the date. And as you can see, Isabella's in the wedding picture. So we all really got married that day. All three of us, we became a serious trio here. So now, as you see, this is our, I don't want to call it our office. I mean, our altar, but I'm showing our picture of what is when you walk into our house, you see this big old sign that's lit up that says love. And when we started our relationship, the number one rule was that we are ruled by love and we are not ruled by money. Yes, we all have to have money, but not in this house. Love is first. Love is first. Everything else is second. Okay. So I want to start off with, first of all, Tracy, what does staying in the moment mean to you? And how do we apply that in our house?
Staying in the moment means being aware of where you are at what time and who you're with. What we do is when we are communicating together, I am aware of what you're saying and I'm listening to everything you say. Being in the moment means that we're in this moment together, that we're in this moment, that we are together, and that our focus is on each other in this time, that there's no distractions.
And did we start that overnight, or did it take some time to just into that, Trace?
Yeah, I'm a little more stubborn than he is, but it was harder for me to be in the moment. He's always been in the moment. I was scattered for so long because I haven't been able to focus. So with his help, I have been able to focus. I have kind of turned everything around so that I can be in the moment with him and being focused on what we need to focus on together in our relationship, or in this case, the video, which is having a little bit of technical difficulty, but being able to focus on what we need to focus to get things done and to get it accomplished the way we both want it, not just for him or for me, but the way it needs to be done for both of us.
Now, in case anybody doesn't know, Tracy is a 20-year military retired.
Yep.
And so that makes me a military husband. I love it. I'm very fortunate. I had never even so much as ever gone out with one person in the military. Just to let you know, I literally just thought women in the military were women in the military and you're militarized, something like that. Um, and when I met Tracy, she was literally one of the most, and this is a compliment, feminine. She was, she's very feminine. I mean, I used to say she sashay with that pump when she walked. I'm like, wait a second, you don't do that in the military, do you? Uh, you know, maybe does it so naturally. So we met. I want to say June the 5th in 2013. There was I moved to Arizona like May 31st of maybe 30th, May 30th, and I think that was on a Friday. I think it was, and then my brother had a meeting, psychic panel, and we met. You were the only one there, and tell him what was that like. Walk towards you.
Well, meeting you was very interesting. And knowing your brother Apollo or Joseph, or Gerald, whichever name he goes by,
Apollo,
different ones.
Apollo.
Meeting him, he's so calm and so collected, and you don't know what you just see the persona he wants to show. Now, meeting you was totally different because you are more energetic, and you're into things. You're into it. Whatever you're doing, you're projecting your energy into it. And meeting you was like, whoa, okay, I just got energized. I felt like I was a little energizer bunny there for a second or two, especially after I got done hugging on you. I was like, my goodness. So it was very different. It was a very different personality that I saw there. Really good personality.
Well, I remember your sister describing me as I was bouncing, and I think you said it too. That
I did say you were
bouncing off the walls.
Yeah,
like a rubber ball.
Well, not quite that bad. I said you had bouncy energy, which means you're very energetic.
Yes. Well, yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So then that was then, and then
Yep.
about a month later,
Yep.
Apollo had a July the 4th party, and we came.
Yep.
And that was the first time that we were able to actually talk. Now, Tracy at this meeting, she's a Reiki healing master. And so she has, there's energy, literally beautiful energy. I married her for her hand.
I knew you were going to say that.
I married those hands.
Is that what it was?
Yes.
Okay.
Now we have three little fur balls. Now Izzy's not here, but she pulled the house, and so now we have Bella, and then our dog Bella, and we have our cats, Spunky, my reincarnated cat, and Sheba, who rules Tracy. So
yes.
We're an animal lover. We love animals. If we could have the whole house filled with them, we would.
Yes.
We really would. So now here our lives changed dramatically last year for us. It changed for everybody last year. We all were put in this state of isolation. Now, one of the things that happened when the isolation first came, Tracy and I were always together anyway. And so it really wasn't that different for us, was it, Tracy, when we, really?
No, not really. I mean, we were together all the time anyway. I mean, we always had our separate corners if we wanted to go there. But yeah, for us, isolation wasn't a big deal. As a couple, it was harder because I take care of my mother. So going to see her and not trying to get her infected was always the challenge. And then we had both mothers at one time
Right.
we were trying to cope with. So that's where it became difficult, is trying to take care of them.
Yeah, and then we're very fortunate. We've got a Walmart literally you could throw
Yeah.
a rock to. It's so close.
Yeah.
So close yet so far. I mean, just
Yeah.
throw it, know it's there, but then you just go around the bend and boom, there's big old Walmart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super Center.
Super soaker, super center.
Super
Yeah,
Center.
they sell super soakers too. Okay. So, basically we were living between Walmart and home and literally for
Yeah.
quite a while. Um, I just want to say that having you on as my first guest is my greatest joy. Tracy will be my last guest too on the last show I ever do. Okay. So, um, with everything that happened to us, losing Izzy on June the 12th, our lives changed again.
Mhm.
Basically, my little girl who I'd always been with was gone. And I just want to say that it wasn't for Tracy, for me last year, with everything that happened to me, my father, my mother, my business, without your hands. You thought I was going to say support. Without those hands.
Yes, without those hands.
Without the love that came through those hands.
Yes.
The growth that we've had since
Mhm.
we've met.
Mhm.
And when this is one of the things that I always want to say to everyone, as well as I brought this up to Tracy when we got together, was I've gone back. So you can look back there. You can look in the past and see and address the past, and you can reframe it however you want. But so for me, Tracy and I, when we met, we were together the moment we met. Okay. Now, in 13, when I met Tracy, though, I found out she was in the military. You came over to the party. I remember you coming over to the party and you told me he was in the military. I'm like,
Yep.
What military are we talking about?
Surprise!
What are you talking? The New Age military, man? What do you mean? What military?
Yep.
I'm in the Navy. Navy?
Yep.
What? Navy? On a battleship? No, you didn't get on a.
No.
Right.
No. I was a landlubber.
You was a landlubber. How can you be in the Navy and be a landlubber?
I was shore command all the time.
Right.
The whole time.
Well, let me just say this. Tracy, thank you for your service for 20 years. Okay. I've always, when you went, Tracy went to Afghanistan. Okay. She was going in that September. And this is when she told me that she was going to Afghanistan. I'm like, where's Afghanistan now? It's about 5,000 miles away. What?
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah, about 5,000 miles away.
So landlocked.
Yeah. So now here it is. We meet, and we start hanging out. Me. I had said to, I'm a perfect gentleman, and it was very important that I was your friend.
Yes.
And that I was not only here to protect you, but to protect your sexuality and your the woman that you are before I'm thinking of myself. Also, I told you immediately a couple of things I remember. I told you I was
Mhm.
a perfect gentleman
Yep.
and I'm a perfect listener.
Yes, you are.
Yes. And I
Yes.
told you, as a perfect gentleman, you must be a perfect listener.
Yes.
And that I would listen to, and still do, listen to
Hmm.
every word, every word. That's how you stay in the moment, ladies and
Yep.
gentlemen, is by listening. By listening. You see,
Mhm.
when you listen intently, then you can get every word. Now, when Tracy and I first got together, we had to work on our listening skills.
Mhm.
Tracy, not not unlike most people, when someone is talking to you, within about 3 words, you already know what you're going to say, or you're going to finish the sentence for someone. And I noticed
Mhm.
you and your sister did that. Okay. So I
Yes.
see where it came from was your
Yes.
sister Verona, who, by the way, I'm going to have her down the road here. She's a writer and she writes about some really weird stuff, but weird stuff that she writes about weird stuff that's true. And so there's some incredible, she has a master's in, was it journalism or what is it?
Creative writing.
Creative writing, yes.
Creative
And
writing.
yeah,
Yes.
and so she's been writing for years. She's had a number of books that just
Mhm.
literally scare the crap out of you, so don't read those. Okay. But she literally has a market. So if you like to get scared out of your mind, you can pick up one of her books. Okay.
Mhm.
But we're going to have her on here down the road here too. Um, so, ladies and gentlemen, so Tracy was actually, we met in June of
Mhm.
2013, but then
Mhm.
Tracy went to Afghanistan September the 7th, somewhere in that range,
Yeah,
14th.
somewhere in that range. I had to go for training for 6 weeks.
Yes.
So it was mid-September I left.
Okay. Okay. So you went to like Virginia first.
No, actually, South Carolina.
Okay. South Carolina.
Yeah.
So, see, not only Tracy's done 20 years, but she's done 3 tours. And, they, tough,
Mm.
tough lady, guys. I'm telling you straight up. Okay. She did 20 years. I went into the Air Force recruiting. Somebody tried to talk me into doing that, and I said, "Well, I'll just go and talk." So I go in, and they say to me, "Well, what do you want to do?" I said, "Well, I want to be a broadcaster, and I want to do entertainment." Um, okay. We can send you to Turkey. Turkey, man, I want to eat turkey. Okay. So after 20 minutes, they said, "Sir, we're going to give you a honorable, get your butt out of this door, out of this office. Okay. Get out of here." At that time, I had hair, and it was much longer than that and much more fly than that. Okay. Um, it just wasn't going to work out with me, but here I am. I I actually have a military ID to get into the commissary. Oh my gosh. So anyway, the reason why I'm telling you about this story is very important because we really have a history that we began. So Tracy, you go to South Carolina and then you take off.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. I
Okay.
ended up in Afghanistan. Yes.
Yes. So you get to Afghanistan, and what was okay? That was you've been to Iraq, but what was the like? What was Afghanistan like? And then kind of the comparison between the two.
Afghanistan was pretty much like Arizona. Kind of where I was at was kind of like a little dust bowl. Um, if you can imagine Maricopa, just a little bit bigger, but not big as Phoenix, and not as crowded as Phoenix. The airport that was there was a single runway that could bring in different aircraft, And basically it was in the mountains. So in the wintertime while I was there, it snowed in the mountains, and I have pictures of the Alps or whatever the mountain range was at that in Afghanistan. So it was very interesting. In comparison to Iran, they're both dusty and desert-like environments. However, Iran had palm trees and had water around, um, but you just didn't know where anybody was. I mean, you could fly over something and not see anything, and then all of a sudden get shot at. So it was a little different experience that way. We had rockets come in versus being shot at, so it was different in that respect.
Okay, so now you were talking about different in respect of what Afghanistan was like when
Yeah,
you were at,
right.
compared to Iraq.
Iran, or Iraq. Oh God,
Okay.
I'm having a brain fart.
Okay, see, I knew where you were at. Okay, I know where you're at. All right. Now remember, you're always with me.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you got to know.
Okay.
So okay, so before, all right, so
Mhm.
all right, so let's get to us. So all right, so now here you are, you're in Afghanistan, and you're 5,000 miles away. Okay, now you know me. Okay, what when also told Tracy, I was on a spiritual path. Okay, perfect gentleman, perfect listener, but I'm on a spiritual path.
Yep.
Okay. And that might not be for you. That might, I do not want to hold. I'm honest that I did not know where Izzy and I were going to end up.
Yep.
Because we were chasing the spirit. And so I had to say to you, when you left to go to Afghanistan, I said, well, I'm not one of those guys that waits.
Right.
I'm, and also, I don't know what you military people do over there. Okay. All right. So I'm like, since I never dated one, anyone in the military, so we, it was like, but I said one thing: I will give you the gift. I'll give you a gift that I want to give to you, in that I will always listen to you, and that if you ever had a chance to call me, I will bring you back here and let you be connected here in the United States, and paint the picture for you so that you need to get out, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, so now tell what happened after that.
Well, the command I was attached to, I had access to phone lines. So he couldn't call me, but I could call out. And he didn't care what time I called, because my hours were like 5 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock at night. So I was calling before that. So I would always get him between 10 or 11, maybe 12 sometimes. And we would be on the phones. He would listen to me and tell me what was going on there. And I felt like I was back in the States again. And that was mostly during my whole stay. I mean, I was able to call him. I think I drove him crazy, calling almost every day. It just so happened my schedule happened to be in the office, and they weren't going to let me go anywhere. So I had access to the phone lines and computers.
Yeah.
So I was having a field day.
Yeah. And so what happened in that whole process was we talked almost every day. And so that's how we really got to know each other.
Yeah. Multiple hours on the phone.
Yes. That's how we really got to know each other. And so, so really, we never lost contact.
Nope.
The whole time she was there.
Yep.
Now, I'm going to go over on this on my time here, because I can't help it here. I always try to cut it at half an hour, but I just think this is so much fun. And I just think it's real important that people just understand how our relationship came to be. And so now, the main thing was for me, and I just want to say that I was very selfish because I wanted you to call me because I was using all my jokes and you would politely laugh at every one of them. And I tell you, if you don't laugh, everyone, okay?
And I did for a while there.
Huh? What do you mean? What? Oh, no. Yes, she can be stubborn and laughing at my jokes, guys. I'm not kidding you. Okay, you know why? Because it's called deniable unlaughability. I think there's some term in there that means if the joke is so stupid,
But yes.
even if it's funny,
Yes.
you can't laugh.
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't dignify a laugh.
Yes. Okay. And to me, a smile, even if it's a forced smile, she's like,
yeah, I kind of force them to, don't I?
come on, you want to laugh. No, I don't. I'm not going to laugh. It's ridiculous. So now one of the interesting things about this was, okay, so I said when she first said she was leaving, I go, okay, so you're leaving this date. Now, when you coming back? And she said, May 25th. I'm like, May 25th. That's my birthday. And yes, I'm coming back May 25th. Okay, so you're leaving in September and you're coming back on May 25th. Yep. My birthday.
Yep.
Now, if that didn't tell you something, okay, about us, okay, and I picked her up. I picked her up on my birthday.
There you go.
I sure did.
Yep, you sure did.
Sure, I picked you up on your birthday. My birthday, that is.
On your birthday, yes. I made it in. It was either the day before or on the same day. One of the two. It was pretty close. I know that.
Yes.
I was really trying to get out of Virginia as fast as I could.
Now, I will tell you this about Tracy's can be quiet and a little bit. I'm the energy ball. Mm-hmm. Okay, but not when it came to getting me. No. She pulled the wool over me. And now, we were talking every day. And also during that time, I was struggling with my business and just really had to get another new product to market. It started all over again. So my other dealership that they just took it away, leaving me stranded to have to find another product, remarket it on the internet, yada, yada, yada. So here it comes, February of 2014, and I am literally down to scratch, baby. Scratch. Okay. And I get a phone call. And I would say it was during the day. So whenever Tracy would call, it would be these weird numbers. 000000000, that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Like 10 numbers in a row. So I always knew that was her. So I answered the phone like, hello. Hi, honey. Like, wow, what's going on here? And she said to me, well, I got you a birthday present. I go, my birthday present, when I'm going to pick you up on May 25th, you can bring it then. She goes, no, I got you something else I think you might like. You want to go into that, Tracy, on what happened?
Well, he's always told me about how much Burning Man meant to him. And before we left, we actually got to see it on the computer, how Burning Man was. So I thought because of everything he did for me, I would turn around and do something nice for him. So for me, it was to get him something he probably would get himself if he could, and was to get him the Burning Man tickets. I just happened to have been able to get up online and get into the site to purchase the tickets. Well, towards the middle of February was when you were supposed to log in. And since I'm up anyway, when the video went live, I was able to log in almost immediately and purchase the tickets. And then I had to have a mailing address to send them to because they were going to get there before I was. So I gave him his mailing address, but I had to let him know they were coming. So that's when I called him and let him know that I had done that, which is probably 2 weeks after I purchased them. I gave him a call and popped in and said, "Hey, got something for you, and you can do what you need to do with them, and here you go." So
yes. Well, just to let you all know, if you be a Burner Man, go to Burner Man, you have to get a ticket, and you have to get it months beforehand. Okay. Now, when the window opens, it is literally impossible, damn near, to get in. Okay, literally, it's very difficult to get in, even when the United States. And here, this lady gets it from Afghanistan. At first, I thought she was joking with me. I'm like, how did you get online? So anyway, all right. So you got 2 tickets, and I said, well, I tell you what, I'll buy that other ticket, and I'm going to take you to Burning Man. And so
you put it from one end of the side to the other side. So
yes,
you go from one desert to another.
I said, now listen, you're on the other side of the world, and Afghana Rock, I'm going to take you to the other side of the world, okay, to Burning Man, because it's nothing like Afghanistan, okay, or anywhere you've ever been.
Yes and no.
Really, where have you been besides that was like Burning Man?
Well, I mean, the atmosphere is the same. I mean, being in the middle of a desert with nothing is similar to where I was at. But the fact that it was created out of nothing and that it was alive for 24 hours a day was the difference. It was almost like being in Vegas.
Yes.
But in the middle of the desert and the sandstorms and all the other stuff that happened while we were there, the rain, the thunderstorms and the stuff that we had was more intense. But the camping of it and leaving no trace was similar to what I'd already been through. So it was like a combination of the two, being back in the States and still being kind of like in the desert.
So that was the first date that I took you on. I said, listen, I'm going to take you on a 10-day date.
Yep.
Okay. And then we'll see whether or not, you can stand me. It wasn't that standing you. You're too sweet. It's me. I know I'm the intense one. Okay. You're going to be coming into my world. And actually, Tracy's the only person in the 10 years that I've been around Burning Man that actually ever wanted to go to Burning Man. Of course, she wanted to get that man.
Why wouldn't I want to be alone with you for 10 days? Come on now.
Yes. It was a hard 10 days, but it was actually one of the funnest 10 days because we were together. We had literally everything was crazy. The storm came in and delayed people coming in for 3 days. We got in early because I got early.
We beat the storm.
I got an early arrival.
Yep.
So yeah, I roll that way.
Yep.
Mom, Trifecta. Shout out to Trifecta. Say Trifecta, baby. Yeah. So
boy, when it rains, it rains.
Yes. So then when we came back in September, and then we actually, I said, Tracy's coming over. I live in this little small room. I'm like, what are we doing here? Well, I do have a house. I'm like, okay, well, that's a whole nother story. But, it came down to one way or the other. And that's when we started to be together and so many other things that have happened. And for all of us, for us, the whole thing was staying in the moment. It is a reminder that no matter what the circumstances, when any financial difficulty, any family things, it all comes down to living in the moment and living in love. And I'm going to have you on again, Trace. There's so many things that's so much fun having you here. I know you don't normally do these things.
You know me, I'm the shy retiring type, but I don't like to be around, cameras are on and stuff.
Yeah. So, for both of us, Tracy, you did Toastmasters, right?
Yes,
So,
I did. I
yeah,
did. I was in Toastmasters for 5 years.
yeah, you were in Toastmasters for 5 years. So you
Hmm.
got your training on doing public speaking, and I got mine
Yes.
doing stand-up comedy.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
I just, and so now, since I don't go out to the comedy clubs, you're going to get more jokes, Trace.
I
You look
know.
forward to that.
I
Okay.
know. It's
So,
all good.
all right. Well, listen, thanks for coming in and hanging out, Trace.
Sure.
We'll,
Next time I want to be able to see you though.
you can't have me all the time. You got to give me a few minutes. We'll get that kink out of it, but I just want to make sure everybody else saw it. Okay.
Yes.
So, hey, listen, thank you. Love you, baby. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Okay. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye bye. So there you have it. The intro to my wife, Tracy. You know, the world, people thought the world was going to end when we got married. I'm not kidding you. People just thought, oh my gosh, Alpough's getting married. No way, man. No way. I had a buddy of mine call me and say, hey, man, I think you're in Nostradamus, man, and Alpough will get married. And I'm like, I didn't believe that crap. Okay. So one of the best, if not the best move I've ever made in my life was marrying my beautiful bride, Tracy. Um, so as you go forward now, we were talking about finding a mate, get prepared. You're, that person's on the road too to find you. And, I want to thank you all for listening, for tuning in here. I'll be back on later on tonight. I think I'll be back on like at 6 o'clock Pacific time. And then I'll be getting back to my normal 3 shows. Since we got all the bugs out of this, while I have you here, let me just double check on some stuff. Make sure. And there, I'm back in my make-believe house. I can change the screens now. Oh gosh, this is just going to be so much fun. So much more fun. I got the glare out. I got my green screen. I got my wipe on. Still some glitches, but again, we're making progress. Please leave a comment if you think this is moving good. Just give me a comment and give me a like out there. And if if there's anybody you think that would want to know more about love and how to create a vision and living in the moment, please pass it on. And we've got all kinds of different ideas coming. You're not going to believe all the guests I'm going to have on here. Funny people, successful people, and people who love. Okay. So whenever your mind is troubled, fill it with love. Yeah. Fill it with love. I'll see you later.